swear that they hating. They hated and hated on us. We going up and I know that they waited. They waited and waited on us.
Welcome back to another episode of Game Time. I'm your host, Maggie Hale, and alongside me is Maya Peterson. Honestly, I don't think I can take the anticipation. We're going to have to go ahead and break down this Super Bowl right now. Before you start defending yourself, I just have one question.
Okay.
Why would you ever, and I mean ever, pick Jimmy G, 6-8 Jimmy G, 1 Super Bowl touchdown Jimmy G, over Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' historical comebacks?
Look, this is what I'm going to say. First off, our own quarterback, Jackson Berry, agreed with me in choosing the 49ers. Well. Okay, yes, but you mentioned that Jimmy G has 1 Super Bowl touchdown, but she didn't say any of Patrick Mahomes' stats or the Chiefs' stats the whole entire night. Look at this.
He had 3.
49ers, Jimmy G, 64%. Please ask me what Patrick Mahomes had.
Ask me how they gave up 21 points.
No.
21 points in 6 minutes. Not
21 points in 6 minutes. So do you think Patrick Mahomes played his best game?
No, but he played better than Jimmy G.
So do you think he should have gotten...
He's still the MVP?
He's still the MVP, but he shouldn't have gotten the MVP because Tyreek Hill and Damian Williams played a better game. They both had over 100 yards
Not
apiece
than Patrick Mahomes.
Versus our 49ers who shared the ball evenly.
He's leading the comeback.
He's leading the comeback?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Moving on to a better conversation. During the Super Bowl, we had some of the best commercials that we've seen all year, one including a Hulu Plus commercial with Tom Brady. Take a look.
They say all good things must come to an end. So to my teammates, my family, and my fans, you deserve to hear this from me. Hulu also has your favorite cable channels plus the greatest shows, movies, and originals of all time. So it's time to say goodbye to TV as you know it. But me? I'm not going anywhere.
Look, I love Tom Brady, and I wouldn't say this past season was his best. No. But after that Hulu Plus commercial, he's coming back strong.
I would agree so, but I can't say I'm excited. I think it's time for the new Chiefs dynasty to move right on in there.
Interesting.
So, in conclusion, the Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. We're never getting rid of Tom Brady. And let me be the first to tell you, this is going to be the start of a new dynasty. Moving on to another dynasty that just keeps growing, the boys basketball team is going for gold this season.
I would agree. They are performing well on both ends of the court, which I don't think we've seen these couple of years, being able to have big defensive players and offensive players.
I think what it comes down to is the teamwork that's going on.
Oh, yes.
Right now, there's a little bit of controversy at the beginning of the season. Everyone's figured out their roles now, and we're just looking forward to finishing out the season, going into playoffs. And let me tell you, that Boyd game was the best game they've had all season. 61-49 win, season high in rebounds and assists. Great for both sides of the ball and even individual players.
Yes, I would agree with that because as you mentioned at the beginning of the year, they're still trying to figure it out. You lost some big starters last year. They had individual stats were completely insane for Mondo, Grant, Jathan, and then you get Austin to come in and he's filling in his role, and now they have team stats that are unbelievable.
They do.
But what I will say is our first episode, we covered the girls basketball team, and we said that they were going through a rebuilding period. Yeah. We had a conversation with Maddie Cleary, and she made a comment about it saying, you know, we are going through a rebuilding period, but what we are doing is lifting up our freshmen and our sophomores. And let me say, these last 3 games, these girls have been going insane.
Yes.
McKinney High, McKinney Boyd, and Tuesday night against Plano West. And if you didn't see it, we're going to dive deeper into it. Let's go ahead and look at it. Here you see Peyton Mosley, who is a sophomore, and she's killing the game. If she's not on the three-point line, she's making her moves in the paint and being a bully, as you can see. But our next clip is going to show how she is a shooter. And another shooter we have is Chandler Browning, who is a junior, practically a veteran to this girls' team. And she's been able to go back to back on the three-point line against Plano West. No one has figured out how to stop her. And next is our favorite senior, Maddie Cleary, who is leading this girls' team into big playoffs. And let me say, I'm excited to see what these girls do because they beat Plano West 52-44. and they play Allen tonight, which is a common theme for our night, and we'll get into that more. Yeah. But if they win tonight, they're playoff bound. So I'm excited to see that tonight, 7:30 for senior night.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about some teams who started their season yesterday and some who are looking ahead to regionals. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Last night was the start of track season where Prosper hosted a practice meet. We had some impressive results from some star athletes, including Remy Gertel, who signed a pole vault at Ole Miss on Wednesday morning. Yes. Aubrey O'Connell and Emily Kern, as always, showed out, as well as Silas Ivy in the 100. It's going to be a very promising season for Prosper Track.
Yes, and not only did track start last night, but our powerlifting team was able to have a big meet last night against Heritage. And let's look at the results because they did amazing. We had Casey Boston, who is one of our own, take first place, squatting 300 pounds, benching 165, and deadlifting 270. With Sydney Duvall taking first place as well, squatting 245, benching 150, and deadlifting 225. And Grammy Sofan Sakarat, who squatted 265, benched 135, and deadlifted 260. The girls went ahead and took second place, while our boys finished with first place as well, with Damian Stuver, our football player, making the best heavyweight in lifting big numbers. I love it. He's a football player. He's moved on to powerlifting. Great.
That off season is crucial.
Yes.
And we also had the wrestling team. They had their district match yesterday. Let's go ahead and take a look at those results. We had JoJo Richardson in second place, Mason Gordon in second place, Austin Gordon in third, LJ Richardson in first, Colin McNally in fifth, Kevin Jackson in third, Braden Brandvold, one of our own, in third place, Dan Moreno in second, Chase Parham in third, Rylan Bonds in first, and Joe Squires in third. Of course, the boys also took second place, and the girls also on the other side took second place.
That's great. As you can see, we are a winning team.
Yes, we are.
But when we come back, we will be going in studio with one of our favorite and best athletes who is playing for the best #1 ranked team in Texas and 5th nationally. Stay tuned.
What is that smell? It smells like cotton candy. I'm gonna go find it. Where is that smell coming from?
Do you want a hit?
Are you kidding me? That's what I was smelling?
According to the PHS Student Code of Conduct, vape or any vape accessories are strictly prohibited on campus. Being caught will result in punishment.
As promised, we have Lauren Miller in studio with us. In case you haven't heard, the Prosper girls soccer team is killing it as they are ranked #1 in the state of Texas and 5th across the nation. Lauren, first off, congrats.
Thank you.
Huge accomplishment. What do you think has gotten y'all to this point? Team bonding, practice?
Oh yeah, for sure, both, of course. Well, we started off the season going out to the American Ninja Warrior facility over in Frisco,
fun.
And we had some team bonding there, and then of course we have practices every day of the week except for when we have games. Well, we actually practice those days too, just not as much into it. But yeah, I would say that bonding this year has really helped our chemistry get to where it's at.
That's great. Putting in hard work on game days and not on game days. Love that. And you're practically a veteran to this soccer team. You've been there since freshman year. And what would you say has changed from your freshman year to this senior year?
Oh, just the chemistry, the bonding. We try to incorporate everybody, all the girls from freshman to senior. We want everybody involved and just to make them feel comfortable and like they have a home. We work together and we play for each other, and I think that's gotten us to where we are.
Well, that's great. Now, me and Maggie have been talking about this, and we mentioned earlier that Allen is a common theme for us this week. Our girls soccer team will be battling against the #2 team in the state, against our #1 team. This is a real head-to-head competition. What can we expect tonight?
We've been excited. We've been preparing all week, and we're ready to go. I think it's going to be a good game, really aggressive, fast pace, a lot of goals, and hopefully we can come out tonight and get the dub.
That's right. The dub is what matters. Taking care of business is what matters. And look, even if you lose, you're still number one at this desk with us.
All right.
Well, once again, congrats to you and the girls team, and good luck tonight at home against Allen. Make sure you're supporting Prosper Sports tonight as they take on their toughest opponent, Allen. That's going to do it for our show today. For Game Time, I'm Maggie Hale.
I'm Maya Peterson.
And I'm Laura Miller.